Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday over at the Dallas Card Show, not in Texas, but here in Chicago. And with audio, background noise and all, they're doing the audio checks for their mics. Right now, I am currently going through a huge amount of stuff I just picked up from last night. It was pretty busy, surprisingly, for that Friday. Or some people say that they did pretty mixed, but I ended up buying a lot more than originally planned. But the pile that I got last night was from a collector slash person who just like buys to sell stuff. And this is kind of like the aftermath of what I had picked up. This is kind of like the aftermath. I didn't really get to be able to take everything out to look it over, but there was like not a lot of things that are in like the best of condition, but I mean, still like a bunch of baby shinies. These are good fillers for the binder, and there's a lot of other higher end stuff, so the lot ended up being around $515, so now we got stuff to sort through by the night. So as of right now, I've just been slowly pricing stuff out. Outside in the waiting area, we had to wait to get inside. We got in about probably 15 minutes early. So the only main ones that I had got updated from the huge stack, this actually was from part of it. There was like an Iono that was in the pile, Cosmic Foil, very MP quality. And then probably one of the better ones out of the bunch would probably be the Rainbow, I think it's like the Secret Hollow for Shuckle GX. That was probably the best one, and I still have like a lot of stuff that I'm getting ready to put in the binder, so all of that is still being priced out. As of right now, I've heard good stories about this show. I have never vended at a single Dallas card show before, but I know that some of the YouTube videos I've watched, there have been some good deals that have shown up, including this card here. They have that at their booth, and I've never seen it up in like close and personal, because usually those are not easy to come across. But I forget what was the auction site, Golden I think was the name of it, but they said that there was like one that sold for close to the price tag that's on there, and yes, it was like $50,000 they had it listed for. That's pretty much the main update right now. I have no idea what to expect, but just as long as we do some good deals and be able to bring back some more stuff for the next weekend, because I don't know if they're going to do card stuff over at QuarksCon, but I will have to wait and see and kind of just go from there. It's a little update right now, but as usual, I'll pretty much hit record when anything interesting happens, and yeah, let's get started. First actual sale, aside from that one, the Toys R Us Pikachu sold off or traded off. There was like a decent amount of like vintage cards. Probably more recent would be around Crown Zenith, and then a couple of GameStop stamped Sandacondas. And they're also picking this up. I had knocked their binder over by mistake, so it'll give them a discount to around 30. So happy to see that get a home and be some new home. Selling off a lot over to a vendor, finally selling off the Swirled Gardevoir that we just had in the case, and then a couple of these other awesome cards, and these were the new ones that I just put out this morning, and altogether for a deal for 100 flat. Well, this is finally getting a home, and they're basically picking up, well, they're picking both of these up. They're trading in the Ampharos non-first ed, and they're getting the first ed with also that as well, and through $40 on top, so that's probably a first for the booth. All right, selling off another lot altogether. Originally it was, I believe, 57 or 58, but I dropped it down to 55, and they're adding in the Mewtwo's for an even 100. And not long after that trade, selling off the Primal Groudon, and this is the last one I've got for $212. We went back and forth on it. So there's like a decent amount I had forgot to document. There's even stuff over in this stack that I forgot to like document earlier, but I will have to go through that earlier, and that is something I had from breakfast this morning. So the variety of things that will kind of go in order, like how everything happened. This was a trade that we got for Suicune V, the one from Crown Zenith. That was like an even trade on that. This was, I believe, a cash deal on top of this with the PSA 10 Dark Magician Girl that I had there. That ended up going with that, so this was that trade offer on there. This, I think, was with Mix Up Gundam, I want to say, because they were picking up a few things, and there was also a a bunch of other Gundam stuff from that pile that was with these three here. That was like an even trade on that. And then biggest pickup for the day was both of these that were in light play condition. Same thing with these also, and it was around $211 cash. I had to do like $11 digital payment on top because I was like out of physical cash. So there was a few people looking at the Mewtwo, so they will probably be gone by this weekend. But overall, yeah, I've been very busy, and I haven't had time to like organize everything off. And once again, banana. Selling off a few more vintage cards. Today's been vintage day today, and is going to another person's collection for $33. They finally selling this off, and thankfully it's going to a better home than the other seller we were about to sell to, but it's going for a discount at $117. All right, so do you care to be on the video at all? So this gentleman right here is buying up like some of the more expensive PSA 10 and 9 slabs. All together for this much right here. We went back and forth, but it was all together for $1165. So thank you very much for the deal. What was your name?
Thank you. My name's Carter. What's
Carter. And what's your company that you represent?
I am for myself right now, but my parents' company is Ball Game Heroes. This deal was for myself, though.
Okay. Well, happy to contribute, and thank you again for the deal.
You.
And quickly selling off the reverse gold. I'm trying to remember the specific title for this, and he's handing the money over for $27. Hey, to introduce yourself.
My name's Alex.
And social media handle?
Matt and Alex Rips on TikTok.
Matt and Alex Rips on TikTok.
Yeah.
All right. So he is basically getting back into collecting again, and he saw the Blastoise that we had, and a few other ones. He got the like Japanese clown one that was very similar to that. So why did you pick that one up?
It was funny. I saw it in another one. It was English, and I was like, that's so funny. And I saw it in the $1. I had $1 in my pocket. I was like, I have to. So that, I'm really happy. I'm dipping into a little bit of older cards, which I'm really happy about. So, yeah.
All right. Well, he's getting these, and then on trades, he brought these in. Sadly, a lot of these were a lot of his older childhood collection, including that, and especially this, because I hadn't seen this one in a while. But you kept a lot of good care with these, man.
Yep. Thank you.
Not a problem, man. We didn't even trade. It's day 3. Well, technically day 3 because this is the last day for Dallas Card Show. I forgot to hit record for the outro yesterday. The microphone was kind of having issues, so I had to like recharge it. Phenomenal like second day, like one of the better ones that I've done in quite some time, and it's very similar to how it was when I was last time in Schwanberg over in Chicago, so that was pretty good overall. And yes, I do have my raw stuff with me this whole entire weekend, so it was not a complete failure overall. A lot of new stuff that I'm about to put out. I'm still in the processing of like just trying to get all of this priced. A lot of new binder copy stuff that will go out, and a few Gundam things that I gotta like get priced in also. As far as today, mostly just reinvesting the money that I sold off from the slabs that we sold off yesterday. Maybe some new slab stuff that we'll get to the booth. Or probably just use it for CorksCon, which is going to be next weekend. Hope to see anybody at that show, and I will try to see if I can sneak in some like TCG stuff over at it, but I have no idea if that's going to happen. Well, aside from that, that's kind of the update. I'm going to slowly try to enjoy breakfast for a bit with like a little bit of downtime and kind of just see about reorganizing the booth, because this is the last day. It runs till about 4 p.m., so we'll have to kind of see what happens. But yeah, we'll see you guys back in just a sec for the next clip or the next transaction, whatever that is, but I'll see you guys back in a bit. So the Blue Eyes that we have is now officially gone, going to a customer. It's for $110. There was somebody that was trying to offer way too low on it the other day, so this is going home. And yeah, I mean, look at the back on that, it's so rough, but it was going out for $110. Kit brought this to the booth. He had the Alakazam SIR from 151. Unfortunately, passed on the deal for that, but he sold this to us for 175. I think these go for about 215 to 220. So we finally got some more 10s to put into the front case. And did a quick sale on more Gundam stuff. It's been going crazy for this whole weekend. It's one of the last of the Destiny LR Plus, the C++ Resource RX-78, and then just the Beast League other Gundam for $1, all together for a deal for $95. Alright, so this took a little bit longer, and I do thank the person for being patient with him and his girlfriend, hopefully. So this ended up being a round 256 in trade. They originally sold that, they wanted that, and then they picked up the Greninja, the sealed Snorlax, these from not Ascended Heroes, Journey Together, and then that one I believe is Ascended Heroes. And I'll pretty much cover all of that here in just a little bit, but that was a heck of a good trade. Alright, mix of trade and / cash deal on top for $230 is what I owe them. They brought in all of this, finally got another Ancient Mew in. Somebody was looking for Espeon for Terrestrial Festival, so we got that in. Versatile Lunatone, and then the SIR Marin. And they are picking up a decent amount. That Jirachi that we got from the deal yesterday is now pretty much gone. And yep, it's a pretty good deal overall. So we finally got in a, well, not Gold Star, it's the V-Star from Crown Zenith, and it's going to a girl's collection. Well, the money is, but for $340, so happy to finally get that in. So the same family that I got that Giratina from, it's like at the very bottom of the pile, trust me, it's still with us. They brought a lot of stuff from their binder. We had just picked up a decent amount from them, roughly about like 300, and there was like a bunch of like other stuff like the sealed Ho-Oh promo. And then the other big thing that we ended up grabbing up from it, mainly from this deal here, was that I didn't realize how much this had gone up, and apparently they recently sold for like $350, which is insane for the Master Ball prints. So we pretty much offered them around $600 in total, and they picked up the ETB that we had over there, and we dropped it down to like 95. So this ended up being more closer to like 500 or 505. I could be wrong, but that was still very generous, and now we are out of cash again. Oh man. Past weekend, I've lost track because I haven't even had a chance to like write all of this down. But Chicago does it again. I want to do more Chicago shows. I really don't know what the rest of the year is going to be, but I know LC3 is going to be closer to like September, or I think it was maybe sometime in October or November. Either of the days, I'm going to try to see if I can make my way over for that. And then there's like another one that happens right around the beginning of August, late, not January, July. So we might end up being able to do any of those. So honestly, this whole weekend was fun. The whole entire month was a blast. Probably my favorite month I have ever done vending. Can't really complain. There's not been a single bad day that I've had vending for this entire month. But that is it all the way from here in Chicago. Thank you guys so very much for being able to take this journey with me. This has been an absolute thorough ride. I cannot wait to be able to do this again. The next one is going to be for June, and we're going to be doing CorgsCon. Video game convention. I may be able to do some TCG stuff, but we'll have to wait and see. I really don't know what we're able to bring in for that. Mostly just video games, but we'll see what happens. But thanks again, guys. Much appreciated for all the support this past entire month. An absolute phenomenal blast. And to everybody who made it possible, thank you especially. So until next time, you know how I end these videos. Stay strong. Stay positive, and most important of all, love you all. Have a good one.